welcome to the Dirt Sheet here from the HCW studios. It's our first podcast here. I'm CS Elgato. Hola to everybody out there saying, hey, what a great show we had that first show. Let me tell you, we had clowns, chainsaws, cemeteries, dead guys. What a dramatic ending to a wow night. Looking forward to episode number 2. Looking at the matches here, crazy. The dumpster match, wow, like something to be had there. Garbage Men and Duggan kind of look like a washed up hacksaw to me, but what do I have to say? The cemetery match, the main event, Cobra beaten up, out and out, comes back, takes out the Psychomaniac, only to be jumped by some sort of wacko. Who is this wacko? That's gonna be answered here in the next little while. I'm gathering here as he's supposed to give some sort of statement, I'm hoping, the next couple of weeks, and we'll have stuff like that on our webcast, so stay tuned. It's just going to be exciting here in the HCW here. So we said it's our first podcast here, so we're going to be talking about all sorts of things here in the HCW, comings and goings. We're going to have different guests and things like that here. So without further ado here, here's our first guest, and he had a big match here against the Hockey Goon, defending his 24/7 title that he won in Las Vegas at our big pop-up show we had out there. Give it up, folks. White Ice.
Yo, Four Ice. It's my pleasure to be on this show.
Well, glad to have you here, Ice, and yeah, I can see why you're not the cool kids, but anyway, that's besides the point. Okay, so Ice, you came in there, you won that big show in Las Vegas. You're on that big show there, and you went out partying with the Colonel. Explain your relationship with the Colonel right now.
Right now, he's just my agent, making me the greatest superstar of HCW. And now, I don't need him, because I'm great by myself.
So what are you saying, you're a self-made man?
Yeah, I'm the hottest thing on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everything.
Kids YouTube?
No.
That's not where obviously the cool kids are, obviously. So, you called for the match. You said anybody, anytime. So, the Hockey Goon, he comes out with this wacky idea of ripping another federation off and say, hey, let's clear a rink and let's go for it. An arena assault match. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm just going to kick his ass and make him irrelevant like everyone else when they go in the ring with me.
So the island irrelevancy, as you like to call it there, that's where you're going to put this goof.
Yeah, I'm going to put him back in the slammer where he belongs.
So the first part of the match, as we were watching along here, he pretty much laid the lumber at the end. He used that bat on you pretty good. He really opened you up. So how do you feel? How do you feel about that, man? You know, you got an image. You know, you have that look, and the guy opens you up with a barbed wire, not a barbed wire, I apologize there, spiked baseball bat. Like, what the hell's up with that? Were you aware of such things like that?
No, it was not even part of the match. Lucky I didn't give him a lawsuit after assaulting me like this.
Well, there's been speculations that the matchmaker, Grizzly Smith, there was some issues with the matchmaking and stipulations. Were you aware of anything?
No, I just show up, look great with my $1 million face.
All right. Thank you so much for those comments so far. This first segment here of our podcast here is brought to you by Icy. The choice of a cool generation. And it's totally endorsed by our guest here, the spokesperson of Icy White Ice. So, Ice, tell me about Icy. Your sports drink.
It's the greatest thing on the planet here. It's better than Prime. Any drink. This is the top-notch drink, high quality, and it will make you better in the bedroom.
So what you're telling me is I should be knocking back, not just one, I should be taking back at least 12 before,
Yeah, your partner will be satisfied after you drink one.
So it's liquid Viagra. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It's better than that.
Well, kids, this I don't think it should be in 7-Eleven. Quite honestly, it should be in 7-Eleven. Never mind bootlegged by those winos on the street corner. So, moving along here, the other matches on the card there, what did you think, besides your match there? We'll come back to that. Got a couple more questions. But that garbage match between the Mexican Assassin and Duggan. What did you think of that?
Just a waste of time. That's because these two guys don't have talent. Every time when White Ice is not in HCW, viewership just walk away, don't want to watch it. They only come here to watch White Ice only.
Well, the Mexican Assassin has specifically called you out. He's in the Jobber Cup right now. This tournament that they're saying the Jobber Cup, which is coming up. He signed, and he said if he wins this, he's coming for you, Ice. How do you feel about that?
It's not going to happen because I'm too busy making music videos on MTV because I'm the rap god.
All right, another particular match that I kind of looked at all. Filthy's Funhouse. Two of the weirdest people I've seen in the sport today. Really chokes me up. I'm thinking about it. Sorry. Leaves me speechless. Uncle Filthy and the Crypt Keeper. Let's start with your impressions of the Crypt Keeper.
He's just a bootleg Undertaker. That's all he is. He doesn't scare me one bit.
Okay, the next one here, Uncle Filthy, like chainsaw, electrocution. Could you see yourself being at the end of an electrocution or chainsawing?
No, because I'm not that stupid.
So, although you have the 24/7 title at any time, any place, any stipulation, that could appear, and that clown can appear.
And it's not going to happen because if this happens, I'm walking. It's in my contract. I face whoever I feel like to.
We totally apologize here, ladies and gentlemen. Our studio's like really muggy. They turned off our air conditioning here in downtown Hollywood due to repairs here. So we got a lot of icy, and let me tell you, we're hitting the clubs after. So catch us at Studio 54 after the show here, and Ice will be showing those hot Latinas what they're up to. So going back to the matches here, so that specific match that really caught my eye. But another one that we failed to mention, Kate Jones, the Empire, against Baby. Loser leaves a dojo. They went into the training center here at HCW, and Kate. Let's do a little back history here. Kate, if you remember, used to be, or I'm guessing still is, I'm not quite clear on the legal ramifications of that, still is the HCW Women's Champion. And she had a hot feud with Liberty until she jumped Liberty at that 7-Eleven and then backed into her and sent her 50 feet in the air through that glass windshield. Well, not windshield, I apologize. That glass window at 7-Eleven and put her out for about 4 to 5 months. So, thoughts on Kate Jones?
To me, she's a badass. And to me, it reminds me of me. She reminds me of me. She has that attitude, and she doesn't care what these keyboard warriors think. Right now, I'm sipping back their tears, the keyboard warriors.
So, hypothetically saying, do you possibly see a hookup with you and Kate?
Anything possible with me and her because she wants to be like her hero, White Ice.
Okay, What'd you think of her opponent, Baby? Up, new, fresh face, up and comer. To take such a bold move and wanted to take Kate on and then put her out of the HCW, take the title, put Kate out. What do you think about that?
To me, first, her name is sound like a porn star name. Come on, who named their kid Baby? And what else? And she's just stupid. Lucky Kate Jones give her a dose of reality.
Great match, top to bottom. Both girls back and forth. Highlight of that match, besides Kate winning, is when Baby wound up and it had really great crowd reaction. Kicked her between the uprights and sent her keeling over and ripping her hair out too at the end with a wrench. If you watch the match, she rips Kate's hair out with a wrench. That's pretty ruthless aggression. What do you think about that? Because you seem to be not only the cool kid, but you have the monopoly on ruthless aggression, you say.
Yeah, it was not ruthless aggression. It was just, fighting like a little baby. That's what it is. There's no ruthless aggression in her. I don't see that. You just guys overhyping everyone, and yeah, just saying on the Twitter that she's a next big thing when she's not. Kate Jones is the next big thing in the women's division because she has the ruthless aggression and all the star qualities to be a star.
Well, going back to Kate Jones here, good call on Kate, but Baby's gone. And because of her actions, Kate is... I'm not sure if you realize how far the ramifications of her punishment was. She got suspended permanently from HCW, but under her contract, somehow she kept the belt. So she's defending this belt worldwide. But the California Boxing and Wrestling Commission has banned her from appearing anywhere in the Golden State here. So she's not allowed to compete in a ring here in California. So what do you think about the suspension and the severity of it?
I think California is stupid. That's why. Because how can you suspend somebody like that? She's great. California is full of clout chasers. That's all they are. And they know if Kate Jones defend her title, more people will come from everywhere to see her match.
Okay, I'm not biased either way, but when it comes to severity of punishments, I agree there should have been a punishment given to Kate. Possibly a 6-month suspension by the Boxing and Wrestling Commission. Going outside the ring, to the parking lot or whatever, hurting your competition. That's a little bit far beyond. Settle it in the ring. But in a state where we idolize serial killers and make heroes on them on film and everything else, I have to agree with you on this, Ice, and I'm not going to agree with you on a lot of stuff here, because, quite honestly, people are calling you overhyped. What do you think about that?
I don't listen to them. They believe in rope work, 5-star matches and stuff, and work rate. Like, you don't need that to be a star. You just need charisma like me. I have all this charisma. All the ladies in my bedroom painting every chick on the planet right now. And when they're just sitting there on Twitter wishing they can be a wrestler, but it's never going to happen because White Ice is forever.
So, rope work, ring appearances. Describe your rope work.
My rope work is fantastic. I don't even have to be in the ring and everyone's saying, even in the bedroom, it's ropes sometimes.
So, David Meltzer, famous writer here, wrestling reporter, blah, blah, whatever. He's saying, White Ice, can't make heads or tails of this guy. Like to give him a 5-star, like to give him any star kind of rating, but I don't understand him. So here it is, Ice. Your platform. You tell this guy what it's all about. What it is about Ice, man. Because he's gone on there saying, the white ice rap, I just don't get it. Make him get it.
Yeah, White Ice is not a Japanese guy who does these chops and stuff. I'm all about this old school style. And you gotta be great with charisma, character, and I'm the greatest thing that ever touched this planet. Dave Meltzer is just a little trying to act cool, put his hat backwards, dye his hair because he's trying to be like me when he's never going to be like me. He's just going to be a virgin that jerked off to New Japan Wrestling and saying that's the 5 stars because I got my lotion and I can't stop. And
So what you're telling me, you just can't stop the motion with the lotion, eh?
yeah.
Okay, well, duly noted with Dave Meltzer. Vince Russo, on the other hand, he's comparing you to the Ruthless Aggression era. You're hype, you're aggressive, you got that attitude, you got that shine, you're there, you're that, you're happening. What do you think about it? Vince
Russo at least knows about wrestling. He knows when he see a star, he knows that for a fact because he was the greatest writer in wrestling history. He get more viewers watching the product than Dave Meltzer will ever do because Dave Meltzer is too busy late nights with his right hand and he can practice more rope work and try to become a wrestler and do all these Canadian Destroyer, Meltzer drivers, and high-flying moves. And hope one day W give him the call, say, Dave, we need you to wrestle a match. But he will never will.
Going to the WWE now. Ben, we're going to go back a little bit on your music career here. I don't know. Paul Levesque, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, whatever else he called himself, Hawk Nose, Eagle Beak, whatever the heck you want. Okay, the boss's daughter, the son-in-law, whatever y'all want to call him. Okay, you are the hottest thing. It was touted in episode number 1 there that you're not only being called not only the future of HCW, but possibly sports entertainment today. Like, we're looking at Logan Paul. He's just an afterthought, okay? Like, he can jump, he can take pictures of himself, he can, you know what? Has he even invited you up to his house to get you to slap him around?
Oh, once we went to UFC fight. He invited me to, but I was too busy with my music video.
Okay, well, no, I'm just saying, like, he's overhyped and everything else. But compared to you, you're more a substance, I can say. You got the music. You got upcoming movie. HCW is going to have a movie coming out there in the summertime. You're predominantly involved in, music, movies, wrestling, title defenses. You're more of a well-rounded character than some overhyped YouTuber that thinks he's all that and then some. What do you think about that?
I don't know what they're talking about. I think I'm
Guess
a little
what?
bit bigger than Logan Paul.
Well, what I'm saying is you're the complete package. You got everything going on, and you tend to shy away from all the social media and these keyboard. I think you referred to him as keyboard warriors and stuff like. But he thrives on the keyboard warrior. He's the chief of the keyboard nation. Okay, he's their chief, and all these keyboard warriors are they're his little kickapoos or whatever, but you shy away from that. You have, I guess you can say, fans of substance. You got what you can say real fans. What do you got to say to that?
Yeah, I am the complete package because every time I'm on social media, every it's millions and millions of people seeing what's next for White Ice.
Finish and maneuver. What is your finisher called?
The Ice Out.
The ice out. Okay, yeah, because we were like watching your match, and you put down that hockey goon, and he's just wiggling around, waiting for you to stick the fork in him because he was done. So, and we just couldn't nail that move. What you called it there? Put him down and did the flip. So it's the ice out. So nobody slides out of that. You can say ice. So moving in the future, you got a big match coming up here next little while. We won't go into too much detail about that one here. We'll have you back in our third episode after that big match there, the musical Chairs of Violence match. We're not going to go into too much about that, but it seems like it's a pretty funky, weirdish kind of thing. Again, back to the matchmakers in HCW and that Grizzly Smith. And again, what do you think of Grizzly?
This guy's trying to make me fail and make me a jobber when I'm the biggest star in HCW. He can't even tie my shoelace. This guy. This guy is just trying to ruin my career because he can't get laid or anything. Or he can't, even social media, nobody wants to follow this guy because they know he's a complete loser and a broke ass bitch he is.
But you know, at one time, he was a well-renowned ring performer. So I just don't get it. You know, he's obviously way past his prime, and nobody gives two hoots and a rat's, tail side about him. But is there some sort of animosity or tension between you two? Because it seems like, although the card was a success, he was really trying to, let's just say, put it out there in a polite way, bum screw the whole thing, and but you came out smelling like a rose, and some the other talent rose to the top and made it shine. But yeah, his matchmaking quality really, let's throw it out there, sucked. The rumors are that he took the money, and there's for the talent that was supposed to come in, and he also has a heavy gambling problem that affected to where all this money is going and stuff like that. Have you heard any of the rumors about this?
Oh no, I'm too busy in my mansion right now with a bunch of girls in a hot tub, and yeah, then I was watching Saturday Night Live too, and I was going to the steakhouse eating the finest steak when this guy's just trying to get on the news to be relevant because old people don't belong in the ring. It's a young person game.
Okay, here's one for you. The big announcement that was made during the show, Red Carpet Ride. Harley announced his candidacy for the mayor of Hollywood. What do you think about that?
To be honest, I don't care about politics. Politics is not a part of my life.
So in his platform, like you and him kind of share the policy on the homeless. As long as those people don't bother you in your mansion, you're all okay with them. You guys share some of the similar platforms. Did you write his platform by any chance?
Oh no, I didn't. I don't know who did, but like I keep telling you, I don't have time. Looking like this take all my time. Looking like I'm the greatest gift of God he ever created.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had White Ice here, and this next segment here was sponsored once again by Icy, the sports drink of all the cool kids, and the official drink of White Ice. So, our next guest coming up here at our next show will be Sonny, Harley Saunders' son, and we'll be talking about his views of his father, his views on show number one, and all the ins and outs here at HCW. So, any final remarks you have, or any statements you'd like to make to HCW or your fans, White Ice?
I'm just saying, stay cool, kids, because your parents is never going to be cool like me. You should be idolizing me, dressing up like me, going down on your knees and saying White Ice is the greatest wrestler of all time, greatest star you ever seen. Even Hollywood is sliding in my DMs and want me in their movies. They don't want these B actors anymore. They want the big star, White Ice.
Okay, one last thing before the show ends here. Coming in February, you have merchandise coming out on the HCW Shop Zone. So how do you feel about your merchandise hitting the Shop Zone for all your fans?
It's going to be good. It's going to sell out the first day. That's all. Because whatever White Ice has out, everyone buys on the first day.
So remember, folks, the HCW Shop Zone. Go there, get your Ice merchandise, so you too can be one of the cool kids in the neighborhood. So this has been CS Mexican saying hey and whatnot. It's been a hoot. White Ice, again, thank you for being our guest here on episode number 1. Remember, episode number 2 will be coming out next week. And we'll have our guest, Sonny, Saunders' son. So, without further ado, we're saying goodbye. Good night. Once again, thank you to our special guest and our sponsor, Icy. This has been the HCW Dirt Sheet.